All right, perfect. So go back to your mat, find that super comfortable place, and let yourself get onto your mat. And as you head down, let's first check in with our shoulders. Let's gently lift our shoulders up off the mat and reach our shoulder blades towards each other, and then set them back down with our collarbones nice and open. Let the palms of our hands be up on either side or facing up. Let your ankles come a little bit out to the sides, legs a little wider than hips distance. Open your mouth really wide this morning, and then relax. And let's do that again, really wide. And then relax. And start settling into breath. Let's bring the breath in through the nose, expanding the chest and ribs, all the way down to the belly, and pause. And then trace the breath back up from the belly, ribs, chest, and exhale through your nose. And now this time, see if you can take that breath in and bring it all the way down to your toes. When you've traced your whole body, pause at your toes. And then trace the breath all the way back up. Now, as you just relax a moment, let's just enjoy being, the stillness before the busyness of a new week. And I'll read you our little fun card today before we start moving. So I drew this card, the Chariot. The Chariot shows us the constant tug of war between our conscious selves and our ID-based self drives. It encourages development of healthy ego. That is to say, a sense of who you are and what you want in life. But it definitely wags a finger at an ego that tips into arrogance or self-righteousness. And it cautions against letting our subconscious urge us to get the best of us. Like a charioteer reining in two horses, we can harness our destinies and ride towards them with ease, as long as we maintain balance and awareness. Look out, Spartacus. I know what I want, and I know what's best for myself, which means that sometimes I have to play bad cop with myself, mustache included, but not heavily encouraged. There's the little cheeky part. So this is an interesting one, right? As you enter into a Monday, thinking about how we can find balance and how we can pull back. If ego is driving us into this busyness, how can we pull back and find our balance? So we'll play a little with balance today. As we begin to get moving, let's inhale our arms up overhead, reaching long with one arm and then the other. And bring the knees in towards the chest and wrap your hands around them. Let's rock from side to side. And then coming back to stillness, your hands are up by your knees and begin to trace circles on the ceiling. And as you do that, start to feel how that gives you a nice lower back massage. And then reverse the direction of those circles. Bring the feet back to center, lower the feet to the mat. Let's take the feet wide, knees come in towards each other, and we'll drop our legs over to the right. Keeping your left shoulder rooted while we drop right, and then come back through center and drop left. Let's do one more time on each side here. And as you come back to center, plant the soles of the feet hips width apart on the mat. You can scoot the heels a little bit back towards you. We'll go into figure four. We're going to lift up our left leg and balance it on our right thigh. We haven't moved a lot this morning, so this might just feel like a great stretch, and just give yourself some resistance by pushing your left hip your left thigh rather, further away from you with your hand. If you want to go and do the usual, you can lift the leg up off the mat and wrap your hands around the right thigh. Let's keep both feet flexed and active. You can sway and rock gently side to side. Let's just begin to wake up our hips from all of the weekend activities. And then find some stillness as you come back to center. Let go of your grasp, lower the foot and uncross the legs. And now let's cross the opposite one over. Bring our hands around, lift that thigh up. Both feet are flexed. Your choice if you like the stillness here or if that rocking feels good to your body. And breathe. And then we'll come back to stillness, lowering that foot and uncrossing. Perfect. Let's cross at our ankles. We're going to hold on to our big toes, and this is where we're going to do some rocking. So just beginning to rock on your spine back and forth. Let's do that a few times. And then whenever you're ready, come all the way back up to seated. You can turn on your mat if that's more comfortable. We'll go into a little bit of stretching here. So let's begin with clasping our hands and bringing the palms of our hands forward, inhaling arms up overhead, gaze up at the ceiling, and exhale, rounding at the back. Shoulders are out, shoulder height, fingers extend. Inhale up, and exhale, round. Again. And through. And then as we inhale this time, over to the right with our twist, hands come down. Right hand is kickstanded behind us as we gaze over the right shoulder, flipping that palm and flipping it out and up and across. Give yourself that nice side body stretch this morning. And exhale, release that down. Hands now on either side as we inhale up. Rotate left and float down. Gaze over the back shoulder. Flip the palms, sweep up and across. Beautiful extension of your side body and release down. And then let's do the center as we inhale, scoop. Exhale, forward fold. Bowing the head forward, keeping the sits bones rooted as you walk your fingertips forward, releasing your lower back. Take a nice slow breath here. And then gently roll yourself up and let's get into our neck some. So right ear to right shoulder. Bring those fingertips to the mat if you like that. Back up to center. Left ear to left shoulder, fingertips out. Breathing. Back to center. And then let's look up like we're holding that orange at the base of our neck. And then really reach down, chin towards chest, until you feel like you've stretched all those muscles at the base of your neck. Let's do that move one more time. Inhale, looking up at the ceiling. Exhale, chin towards chest. And while you're down, let's bring right ear and then over to left ear. And let's just trace the circle. Gently waking up our neck this morning. And let's reverse our direction. If you're like me, you're hearing a lot of cracks and creaks rolling around there. And that's good. Okay, let's do all fours. Tabletop. Time to get moving. Get yourself all set up, knees padded if you like. Knees are under the hips. We're going into some cat cows. Find your palms rooted underneath your shoulders. Fingers are nice and wide as we inhale through. And as you exhale, chin towards chest. A couple more of those. And last one. Taking our right foot out, ball of the foot on the mat, stretching through the calf this morning, waking that up. And then coming on the nice edge of the right foot. Let's do a little balance. Hands on the hip. Fingertips extend. If you're ready, engage your core and lift that right leg, hips height with the flexed foot. Finding our balance this morning. And breathe. And then lower that leg down, back down to all fours we go. Left leg comes behind us on the ball of the foot, pushing through the heel. Getting that calf stretch. And then that's head into side plank on this side. So planting on the side of your foot, hand on the hip, extending those fingertips to the ceiling. Engage your core as you lift your left leg, flexed foot, hip height, and breathe. And lower that foot down and we come back down to all fours. Let's take our right leg long behind us. And we're going to extend out our left arm. So toes are pointing down with our right foot. Left arm is out, thumb up. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Couple more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale in. Inhale. And exhale in. Knee comes forward. Sweep arms up overhead. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. And let's take the right leg back to the mat. We'll do a cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, round. Again. And round. Back to neutral spine. Left leg extend. Right arm out, thumb pointing up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Let's do 3 more. And last one. And bring that foot forward. Inhale, arms up overhead. Flip the palms. We're going to bring the heels of the hands together behind us. Clasp the hands. Roll the shoulders back and down and slide your knuckles down your back while you begin to look up at the ceiling. A little bit different version of a back bend this morning. Opening up our collarbones nice and wide. Take another breath. Release the hands, inhale them overhead. Step the left knee back and float yourself down to child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes to touch, forehead coming down to the mat. If your forehead doesn't want to reach the mat, you can always stack your forearms and place your forehead on top of your stacked forearms. So yogi's choice. Wherever you are, let's take a nice, long, slow breath into our belly. Going into this Monday, thinking about how we can find balance. The drive to get things done while also keeping ourselves restored and balanced. One more deep breath here. If you haven't already, extend your arms out so that you can lift up your hips and curl your toes. We're making our way into our down dog. Let's take a moment to pedal one direction and then the other. And then find stillness in your down dog. Belly reaching towards your thighs. Let your head be heavy, your shoulders relaxed. Extend the legs. Roll forward into plank. Exhale back up to down dog. Again, forward. And back. And one more forward. And back. Walking the feet forward to the front of your mat as we meet in a standing forward fold. Feet are hips width apart. Hands can rest on the shins, ankles, tops of the feet, or the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to protect your hamstrings. Hands on the shins as you do an inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do one more of those. And fold. Micro bend the knees, hands on either side. Inhale yourself all the way up, slight back bend. Exhale, fingertips to touch, hands come to the heart. All right, a couple moon salutations this morning to get us rolling on a Monday, get the blood flowing. So set yourself up, feet are hips width apart. Ground down in all four corners of each of your feet. Crown of the head is lifted, shoulders are back and down, hands at the heart, and close your eyes down for a moment. A modified version of mountain pose. Let's center ourselves. Find balance in both of our feet. You can flutter open your eyes. Inhale, arms up overhead. As we exhale through prayer center and forward fold. Bending the knees, coming down to a squat. Hands can be at the heart or on either side. Pausing here. Then set the hands down, step the left knee back. Inhale, arms overhead. Swoop the arms down and back up. Right knee meets the left. Inhale here. Exhale, float down, child's pose. Inhale, flow through to your belly, low cobra. Curl the toes, exhale yourself back, child's pose. Inhale up on both knees, arms overhead. Left knee forward, sweep arms down and back up. Curl the right toes, step forward, find your squat. Pausing here, inhale. Exhale, lift your hips, forward fold. Hands up through the heart, rise to a back bend. Hands back to heart center. Pausing here. Feeling the effects of your moon salutation on one side. Let's prepare and do the other. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale through the heart and fold. Lowering the hips down into squat. Pausing here. Hands on either side, right knee back. Arms up overhead. Sweep down and back up, left knee meets. Inhale here. Exhale, we float down to child's pose. Inhale through on our bellies to low cobra. Curl the toes, exhale back, child's pose. Inhale up on both knees, arms overhead, step forward with the right leg. Sweep down and back up. Curl the left toe, step forward, squat. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips and fold. Hands come back up through our heart, slight back bend. And then hands come back to heart center. And then let the hands come down on either side. Roll the shoulders back and down. Crown of the head is lifted and close your eyes. And here we are in mountain pose. So let's challenge ourselves here to keep finding some balance this morning. So the balance posture that we'll do next is eagle. So as we do eagle, you're going partially into chair pose, and then we're also doing our eagle arms. So let's root down on both feet. We're going to cross the right over the left. So as you think about rooting down, really root down within your left side. Let's take our right leg and cross it over, and then begin to sit like you were going into chair pose. You can wrap that leg all the way around, or you can keep your toes on the ground for a kickstand. Once you've got a sturdy base and you're bent into that, let's take out our eagle arms. We're going to take our right arm underneath our left and intertwine them. If that's doesn't work for your body, then just cross your arms. Okay, so now you're in your eagle pose. If you want to take it deeper here, start bending and folding. So let your elbows come down as you hinge at your hips and start coming into a smaller ball. Elbows come towards the knees. And as you're feeling like you want to come out, begin to lift yourself up, stand all the way, uncross the leg, uncross the arms. Maybe give yourself a wiggle. Nice job this morning. Okay, let's eagle fly on the other side this morning. So we're going to root down on our right, crossing over our left as we begin to sit down in chair pose. Again, you can kickstand that foot where the toes are balancing you on the mat, or you can do a little harder and kind of wrap. See what you're feeling. Then where you feel like you've got it, bring out those eagle arms. You got to go opposite this time. So left goes under. You feel like you've got your balance. Maybe you want to try to bring those elbows in and sink into a tighter ball. Take a breath. And when you're feeling like you've got it and you want to come out, use your core strength, pull yourself back up. Uncross the legs, release those eagle arms and float down. Give a wiggle. Well done. Okay, going into a Monday, let's do another balance. How about tree pose this morning? Same thing, feet are hips width. Balance on our left. Hands can be on your hips if you like. Kickstand out the right foot. If this feels like good balance for you today, just honor that. You want to go deeper? You can set your foot on the inside of the calf. Let's just not do our knee. Or maybe you're one of those folks that likes to bring it up tighter up into your thigh and gauge your quad, gauge your glutes to give you guys that stability. You feel like you've got that, hands at the heart. Let's grow our tree. Hands up over the head. Maybe you'd like to open up your tree and gaze up at the ceiling. Maybe your branches decide to sway today. You know, if you're feeling really grounded and balanced and you want to try something even more challenging, close your eyes. See if you can maintain your balance with closed eyes. Wherever you are, fingertips will come back to touch, hands come back down to the heart, and slowly let yourself out. Let's do that same, just wiggle a little. And let's go the other side. Right foot is where we ground down. Left onto the side. Find where you'd like to put your left foot. Engaging your glutes, engaging your quad muscles, hands to the heart. Growing our tree. Maybe opening up, gazing at the ceiling, blowing in the breeze. Maybe even closing your eyes. Finding your version of balance with your tree today. And when you're complete, hands back to the heart. We'll release that. And take a wiggle. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Begin lowering those hips down, back to the mat. 30-minute class means we're already back on the mat again. Here we go. Let's go into boat pose this morning. So we're sitting on our hips. Both of our feet are on the mat, knees are bent. We're gonna take our hands behind the knees and we're gonna just bring our legs up so that our shins are parallel to the mat. So engage your core. So if you're in a soft rounded back, See if you can engage your core and just hold here in this bow pose. So let's hold, tighten up and zip up those abs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the feet back down. Give yourself a break. And this time we'll do it with our arms out to the side. And if you need harder versions, you know what to do. So take your hands again behind your knees, engage the core, sitting back. Legs are parallel to our mat and both hands are out to the side. So let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need more of a hold, you stay. If you want to take a break, set your feet down and rock yourself forward. We're going to do one more, and this time we're going to go back and we're going to extend our arms out and extend our legs out. So hands come behind our knees. We're leaning back, engaging and zipping up our core, bringing our feet out, hands on either side, and see if you can now extend out those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees in towards the chest. Set them back down. Hands come out, palms up, and you just begin to slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees just come out to the side into butterfly position with your hands on either side and your palms facing up. It's a nice way to neutralize the spine and the lower back after we just gave it a little bit of a workout. Take a long, slow breath here. Hands on either side, close the legs back together. We're going to lift the hips up and take them over to the left as you extend the right leg long. Bring that left leg across the body for a supine twist. Right hand on the outside of that knee, left arm in a T. Gaze over the left fingertips. Keep the left shoulder grounded while you twist to the right. Nice, long, slow breath here. And then let's begin to slowly unwind and come back to center. Both feet are flat in the center with the centering of the hips. And now take the hips to the opposite direction. So hips go right, left leg extends, bent right leg across, right hand out in a T, and gaze over those right fingertips. Keeping the right shoulder nice and grounded. And breathe. And then begin to unwind, recentering those hips. Bring our knees in towards our chest and rock from side to side. I invite you to take any last movement that would feel good for you before we extend into Shavasana. And as you're ready, extend your legs. Let's let our shoulder blades reach for each other, collarbones nice and open, palms facing up, ankles out to the side, open the mouth wide. And relax the jaw, relax the chest and the ribs, the upper abdomen and the belly. Softening the shoulders and the upper arms, the elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingertips. Soften your thighs, backs of your knees, calves, ankles, and all the way down to your toes. Now just take a nice, long, full body breath. Nice, long, full body breath. And then coming over onto one side, slowly making your way up to seated. Coming up to a seated position and bring your hands to the heart. And as you think about going forward in your week this week, do think about that balance. I've observed it in both of my girls this week.
where they've needed to do some of that balancing of the reins, that drive that you have to get stuff done and do your projects, and the need for rest and restoration. And remember, we're still in that season where we really have to nurture our rest and relaxation. So think about your reins this week and when you need to pull back perhaps. So let's end today with a cleansing breath and an Om and 3 Shanti. So cleansing breath, inhale through the nose, exhale mouth. Inhale to chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you find peace in your heart, peace in your words, and peace in your thoughts. Have a fabulous Monday. Namaste.